don't want in the carts, but we can recycle it if it's dropped off. Like the plastic bags, right? We don't want it in our cart. We can drop it off at a film collection. And why do you think we don't want it in the cart?
Gets loose.
Happy birthday!
It gets loose.
We can't even get caps. How are we gonna get like little shreds of paper? So this is the only thing I will ever tell you to bag in recycling, and that is your shredded paper. Just drop off only in a clear bag so we know what it is. Don't put it in a paper bag, put it in a plastic bag. And it kills me to say that, but it's just the only way. But I will tell you this: shredding is the lowest commodity value because paper has the best value rate about fiber threads. The longer the threads, the more durable it is, and more money. This is why we don't want fires here. So, to shred or not to shred, that's the question. If you've got serious documents, of course, shred those. But if you're getting like a credit card offer, just take your name out of it. Just like rip it out. I wouldn't do a Sharpie. I just rip it. Because the rest was generic. So, just if you can't, like my husband loves his shredder, like he was doing envelopes, and I'm like, geez, it's better for us and for the recycling support is if the more intact it would be, shred only when absolutely necessary. Okay. All right. Then we've got these two are number 2 and number 5, so they're mixed together. As I mentioned before, number 2 is like your detergent bottles, number 5 would be actually baskets, buckets are also number 5, but yogurt tubs and stuff like that. One plastic, so we'll have everything from juice container to your the salad containers and stuff like that. But these are the thermocouple. It's an interesting thing. Why do you think we want to collect aluminum cans by themselves? We have a bottling can drop off here, because of that nickel deposit. Not only do we make the aluminum, we get the deposit that the public doesn't want. So they're coming here to a bottling can redemption center, and they're not getting the nickel themselves. That's one thing if you put it in your cart because you don't want to like do anything. But they're coming here, and instead of getting the money themselves, they're putting it in here. We just think it's funny. We're like, all right, we'll take it. This is mixed metal. This usually breaks my heart. There's usually something really useful in here. And nobody's a bad person for doing it. They're taking time out of the day trying to be responsible. But a lot of times I'm finding things in here that, I think there's a bed frame in here that could be probably still useful. They just don't know what else to do. So this is one that kind of breaks my heart. I'm hoping someday we can develop more use opportunities rather than this, but for now, that's what it is. Monday through Saturday. This is for addition. Like, okay, so if you're in an apartment and you didn't have recycling back there, you could drop off. If you ordered a couch, box is too big, card or whatever, you could drop off. So this is just one of those things where it's a service, it's a courtesy. It's crazy how busy it is. A lot of people got, there was just a truck, there was a business that dropped off a bunch of stuff today. I thought a lot of fun. It's just they're saving money on the recycling or whatever. Maybe they want a smaller container and they have a lot of material. It's too much. Okay. Now, this is our class. Now, this is an interesting thing. Since you got ahead of it, what do you notice about the class?
Color.
Color.
Yeah.
Remember I talked about plastic in my Mountain Dew bottle? You can't take the color out. In glass, the same thing. You cannot take the green out of it. So the buyer for this is going to be Heineken or something, right? Something with green bottles. When you're using clear, we call that flint. This has got a lot of more value because there's a lot more buyers can do things with it, right? So the color is really important. And we love having this drop off here because this helps us keep this recycling going. Glass and metal are the most recyclable of all things, meaning infinity. You can keep recycled glass, silicone, right? And so keep want me to make a copy of a copy? Right? And each copy gets weaker. And that's how paper is. That's how plastic is. But this would go infinity if we collected it better. Unfortunately, we allow it in the cart. Remember that conveyor belt I showed you in our class? Because it breaks the shelf. It's not so much that it breaks the problem, because this one is something. It's that it mixes color. And then it gets caught with all the debris and stuff. So we have a thing called waste glass. That is a huge cost to us. And it gets recycled, but that waste glass will get cleaned up of all the debris. It'll be like road aggregate. It's never going to be a bottle again. But when you drop it off, it's actually going to be a bottle again or something else. But what if, instead of we got it out of the cart, what if we had kiosks all over, like at churches or schools, and you could just drop it off? We have maybe less participation, but we get way more quality material instead of just, oh yeah. We will have some of those.
And then what about the lids?
Yeah. Okay, so answering the lids. So these are two different materials, right? So in this case, you would remove it, and you probably, because this is metal, that could go in the metal. So let's do that now. This is plastic with glass, so not the same material, but I can't recycle this, so that's a trash can. Just put in your trash can though, and do that. But again, they're used to it.
There's a plastic insert in it.
Yeah, there's this too. Yeah. So again,
It's not perfect.
I mean, yeah, it's not perfect. I mean, there's a little thing here. But it's gonna get crushed. I mean, so again, it's not about the breakage, because in order to get this, it's the raw materials called cullet. They break it into little pieces, but it's keeping the colors. That's the ideal, but you can still put it in the cart. It's just not as efficient, but we do it for convenience. With that,
He's looking at us. Oh no.
Where is he?
Right there.
Oh,
He's like
yeah,
looking
yeah,
right
yeah,
at us.
Oh my God.
This is why,
I'll come to New York.
again,
I see them.
waste workers have to deal with this stuff all the time, right? So here's the interesting thing. The reason we talk about food waste, yeah, we don't want your spaghetti sauce contaminating our cardboard, but it's also because of those guys. They're only here because they smell food. That's it. The pile back here, this is the pile.
Did you get coyotes?
No, we should. We had a hawk here for a while, but see, they also put poison on it. I'm always like the hawk, I'm like, shoot.
Oh no.
Because we don't want to poison the food chain, unfortunately. But yeah, and it doesn't even work. I mean, it works to a certain degree, but they're. So anyway, so this is the bottle can. So you come here and you separate your aluminum cans, your plastic #1 bottles, and your glass. And it's by material type. They weigh it. You go to the cashier over there. You get your money, right? We call that that policy is called the bottle bill. It is the most effective policy in recycling history. In the state of California, we get about a 68% return on plastic bottles and about 78% or so on aluminum cans. It's amazing, but only 10 states have the deposit system. Now, why is it, if it's so effective, why don't we have every state or a national bottle law? Because part of the California problem is you had fraud coming in from operators from Nevada and Arizona that were coming in to get our deposits. They come with big truckloads and stuff like that, right? So it's a problem when we have a whack-a-mole system and not everybody is under it. But the reason why it's only 10 states, even though it is the most effective, what'd you get? We had on there to do a closed toe, but that's okay. We'll just keep you off to the side. Here, can you get this? Is it inside?
I am too.
Doesn't feel like it. Is it on your foot? I don't feel it. Yeah, there was anything there. Okay, so, all right. So anyway, we've got a bottle and can thing, and so the reason why it's only 10 states, and by the way, when you ask like the bottlers, like Nestle or Pepsi and Coke in the conferences, and I've asked them, what's your national States are in the teens or